not talking about her tonight. Hey everyone, it's Katie. All right. Whew, sorry. My hair is a mess right now. I am coming at you on a Thursday evening? Wow, it's already Thursday. Okay, you guys. So yesterday I did a story. Well, actually, a couple weeks ago I did a story because there was a note on Amber Portwood's case in Indiana related to some issues with her um, between her and her PO. They had sent a memo to the court and they had requested a hearing in regards to something that was going on. It said UA, so initially we thought it might be due to a urinalysis for her screenings that she's required to do as a part of the probation. However, we have the scoop about what actually happened in court yesterday. So I don't know if she was actually in court yesterday because there was a motion filed for her to waive her appearance. But during the court hearing, apparently what happened was she had requested that as a part of her probation, let me just tell you, as a part of her probation, Amber is required to do a number of different classes. They have not only made her she's on probation for 910 days for the arrest that happened on July 5th related to what happened between her and her boyfriend, Andrew Glennon, and her son, James. As a part of her plea deal, she agreed that she would go through 26 weeks of parenting classes. She would go through a BIP course, which is for individuals that have charges related to DV. She would do some substance abuse courses, amongst other things, and some psychological evaluations. So apparently what happened was Amber is required to get enrolled in these courses and get started and working towards completion. She apparently, according to court records, requested to use a facility, in fact, her own psychiatrist, to go through the BIP courses rather than using an approved program through the state of Indiana. If individuals on probation are required to do the BIP program, there are a number of different options in the county of Marion. She's located in Marion County, and according to a search on the Indiana Coalition Against DV, there are actually six separate places where she can do these courses throughout the Indianapolis area. And in order for her to get credit for it, it has to be done by a court-approved agency. Marion County apparently has 6 separate agencies that they use for the 26 weeks course. She wanted to use her psychiatrist, allegedly, that is not actually certified for these courses. Now, the reason I was told by a source was that she didn't want to be in a course with other people because she's a public figure. If you note, this was actually similar to something I believe Ryan Edwards asked for when he was on probation. He didn't want to do some of his courses because he said he's a public figure. Oh, he didn't want to go to rehab because he's a public figure. And so he didn't want to have all of his information, shared with the public. Well, despite her offer and despite her issues, the court said, you don't get to do that. So what happened was, in court, the judge decided, nope, sorry, that's not how it works. You have 6 different agencies that you can pick from. You must work with your PO to find the agency, to get enrolled, and to get started. So it appears as though she's trying to bypass and sidestep and kind of do things her own way, and the court said, nope, not going to work that. It was not related at all to anything for dirty screens or related to UAs. It had everything to do with the BIP class that she is required to complete as a part of the probation. Is this a good sign? Probably not. If she's not wanting to do things if she's wanting to do her things her way, there's probably some resistance here based on the fact that she's not abiding by the rules. And the fact that they had to bring her in to talk to her about this and order that she do it through the approved agencies, even though it was probably already on her probation requirements, is another indication that she doesn't maybe want to follow the rules here. Thus far, there has not been any indication that she has not met her requirements. However, it appears as though she might be trying to skate on by with the most minimal effort as possible, allegedly. So I know a lot of you had been asking whether or not, what this would be all about. So I wanted to make sure to give you an update. There at this time is nothing else going on. I was going to check one other thing. You guys had asked about an update on her case with the paternity stuff. And apparently, she had filed for a motion for contempt of court related to some stuff back in the beginning of January. And they have scheduled a hearing, it appears, for February 11th. And they will be in court in the judicial, or the CPS courts on February 11th to go over her complaints about Andrew and the contempt that where she said he's interfering in her ability to have parenting time and not communicating with her about things like that's going on between him and James. And she was specifically concerned about a dog bite, which my sources could say is all fabricated and her not really looking at the schedule. She claims that she had it scheduled for, she claims in her motion that she had Christmas scheduled for her holiday. And my source says that Andrew actually had Christmas scheduled for himself and had picked Christmas in October when they were picking holidays. So this might be much to do about nothing, or it could be much to do about something, because his Instagram did apparently get hacked, or someone got a hold of his Instagram on New Year's Eve, and a photo was posted of James, which is again a violation of their mediation agreement, that they will not post any photos of their child on social media. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, but court is scheduled for that for February 11th. And at this time, that's all I got. She's not going to get to do her classes with her psychiatrist, and she's going to have to go to one of the 6 approved programs through the court. So what do you think this means? Do you think she's doing what she needs to do? Do you think she's on the right track? You know, the interesting thing I think in all of this is, why haven't they announced a date for Teen Mom to start? Teen Mom OG actually started, the first part of the last season started in January. And they typically have a round starting in January, and nothing started in January. It's kind of bizarre to me that the season hasn't started. And ratings for the show haven't been good for the last few seasons, but they are coming out with a season. It's just odd because the last show aired in the fall. Teen Mom 2's second part B of the season is all well and done. Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, I believe, is still showing a few episodes right now. And I'm hearing that MTV might be working on having Teen Mom Young and Pregnant potentially becoming the next thing. I know they're casting and have a casting call for young people that are pregnant or expecting, which makes me wonder, is Teen Mom 2, is that going to be a thing of the past soon? What are the ratings saying? Where are we going? We know it's coming back. We still don't know if Janelle's coming back, but we know it's coming back. But when? When is it coming back? And why is it taking them so long to tell us when it's coming back? We know Amber's been filming. We know she has a Belgian beau, that barely speaks English. We know that Andrew has only been filmed once, according to my source. So what's up, MTV? When's the start date? And are you even going to watch? Are you? Are you over it? I've been seeing a lot more comments lately in my threads when I cover Teen Mom and on Twitter, where a lot of people are just talking about how they're really over the show. They're over the entitlement. These girls are not like who they were 10 years ago. That it's time for MTV to move on. MTV doesn't like to move on. Hell, they've had the challenge on for a million years. They don't, as long as it's making money, they'll probably keep it on the air. But it begs the question, at what point do they actually pull the plug? I want to know these things. I do. All right, you guys. Will it be back? When is it coming back? Why don't we know? Tell me in the comments below. Okay,